Implementing Rules and Regulation of Quarantine Act of 2004 pursuant to RA 9271. Part 11. Measures Public Health Emergencies of International Concern. Section 53. Preparedness and Response Guidelines. The Bureau of Quarantine shall institute the rules and regulations governing the measures for the control of the introduction and spread of public health emergencies of international concern at the port and airport of entry. In the event of outbreak of public health emergency and international concern in the community, the Director of Bureau shall recommend to the Secretary of Health the following measure for the prevention of transmission and spread of such a public health emergency in the coordination of Department of Health. Part 12. Management Protocol for Disease subject to the International Health Regulation. Section 54. Cholera. Cholera-infected ship or aircraft. General consideration. A ship or aircraft shall be regarded as infected if during the voyage a case of cholera has occurred on board. When coming from a cholera-infected area, a ship or an aircraft on arrival shall be regarded as non-infected if upon inspection by the quarantine medical officer there is no case of cholera that has occurred on board during voyage. Section 55. Plug infected or suspected ship aircraft. A ship or an aircraft on arrival shall be regarded as plug infected if it has a case of human or rodent plug on board. A ship on arrival shall be regarded as suspected if it has no case of human plug on board, but there is abnormal death among rodents on board with unknown cause. Section 56. Yellow fever. Yellow fever infected or suspected ship or aircraft. General consideration: a ship or aircraft shall be regarded as yellow fever infected if it has a case of yellow fever on board. A ship or aircraft shall be regarded as suspected this inspection was not performed satisfactorily and live mosquitoes are found on board. Part 13. A medical clearance of foreigners for immigration purpose. Section 57. Medical examination of foreigners or aliens for immigration purposes. As the medical arm of Bureau of Immigration pursuant to RA 997 of 1954 as amended by RA 1241 of 1955, the Bureau of Quarantine is mandated to conduct physical medication examination of foreigners or aliens seeking residency in the country or as a prerequisite to the insurance of their corresponding visa by the Bureau of Immigration. Classification of defects and disease of foreigners aliens which are subject to administrative disposition by the Bureau of Immigration. Part 14. Utilization of income. Section 58. Authority to utilize at least 50% of the income. To prescribe the guidelines relative to implementation section of 9 of the Quarantine Act of 2004 RA 9271 quoted as follows. Authority to utilize income. The Bureau of Quarantine shall be authorized to use at least 50% of the income generated subject to accounting and auditing rules and regulations. The 50% income generated shall be retained and constituted as trust fund to augment the requirements of the Bureau for the maintenance and other operating expenditures and capital outlays, provided however no amount in the said trust fund shall be for the payment of salaries and other allowance and benefits in cash or in kind.